Bro, I swear, like that shit be happening, bro, and I be losing my fucking mind, and everyone's just sitting there, doing they lurk shit, and I'm like, I mean, I appreciate y'all, but like, I'm losing my fucking mind.
I've heard you ask, bro. I've heard you ask, and I be like, nah.
Nah, you think it's gonna be saying shit, but like,
nah, bro. I'm like, it's a fan. Like, what?
Bro. Anyway, it's been a minute, y'all. Episode 17 is finally here. Braincast, smart asses with smart mouse. I am the left. What did I say? Smart mouse? I can't speak English now.
Smart mouse.
Smart asses with smart mouths. I ain't done this in a couple weeks, y'all. I'm the left side. I'm the left side, Cedric the Gamer, as well as
soon to be your favorite beverage, if not already, the one and only Juice, the right side. And we in here dusting the dust off our mics, big, because it has been a minute. Bro,
unfortunately for folks who maybe wonder it, time wasn't timing these past couple weeks. So
fact, bro.
Like around the time it'd be pod time, things would come up, things would keep us away, things would happen that the time would pass and all kinds of stuff. It just wasn't lining up, unfortunately. Shoot, even today, you see, we like an hour and a half late. Take shit.
Bad late, bro.
So like literally by this time we'd be probably wrapping up, but we here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, we ball. You know what I'm
saying? That's been the vibe for the past couple weeks.
As well as the episode title when I get to change it. It says YouTube Studio ain't gonna let me title my shit because they won't let me in. But fuck it, we ball. We not stopping for nobody. Not today. Not this week.
Am I putting F it like EFF? We ball.
The EFF? Oh, that works. F it, comma, we ball. Yeah, because that's the YouTube landscape now, bro. You mess around, put FK up, strike.
No, we're lucky we got the title Blackity Black off. Like,
we got Blackity Black off. We got Duracell, what do they call the shit? Asterisk K off.
Listen, we might be able to do that.
Oh yeah, that's what I always do. Because the other stuff, it ain't the move. But as glad as I could be, it's as glad as I could be. Because while we were gone, everything happened.
That is a fact,
bro. During our impromptu hiatus, fucking Will Smith did the slap heard across the world,
which then got him banned for a decade.
Which we'll get into all of that. That's a whole thing. We got fucking iShowSpeed being called out for being iShowSpeed, which I saw coming a mile away the moment I found out about him. We got all kinds of shit. But for now, we've been gone for 2 weeks. So, Twin, tell them what you've been up to, how you feeling about life, and I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Yours truly has been. Life was giving me the 1-2 buckle my shoe for a minute, but we cool now. As of today, we had some things happen. So we out here. We know what the summer is gonna consist of. So we making a move. Like right after vacation, we making a move. But we just been in here trying to get our mental together, trying to get our bag together, trying to stay positive, because I lost a little bit of my optimism earlier this year, y'all. I'm not gonna hold you, but I got it back recently, just because I've been, talking with the homies, and it's been a good time. Seth included. He gonna get his flowers when he get back. Don't worry. Yeah, bro. It's been a good time. It's been a good time. The content, I'm not gonna hold y'all. It's been, in my opinion, versus what I can give y'all, it's been kind of lackluster. I apologize for that, but it'll get better after this move because we might got some things coming up. I'm not gonna tell y'all what they are because I don't want to jinx it, but we might have some things coming up.
True, for sure. As far as myself, I mean, first and foremost, me and baby girl is official now, so we together.
Yeah.
Together for shit. So, yeah, 4/11 is the date.
You love this shit.
Boy, she immediately went and put put that date in all her bios. I was like, wait, watch niggas start asking questions.
Story, and I was like, ooh, this is cute. It was cute. I liked it.
Yeah, she got the date and all her bios and shit. I was there. She's like, yeah, watch niggas start asking questions. I was like, ooh, let them ask. Let them ask. You know? Let them put you on. Take shit. I mean, and what else? That's really all I care about. But we got our summer booked off. I mean, at least our July booked off. We double classing it in the summer. 2 big major classes. Nigga gonna be on the road 4 days a week. So pretty much the whole week nigga is out 30 days straight. That's gonna be crazy. So we can finish off this college shit, because boy this college shit is something else, I tell y'all. But that's a whole nother spiel for itself. So we trying to get that out of the way so we can get our final class in the fall. The goal is by the top of 2023 we a free man. You know what I'm saying? We got our degree. We can say that we know some shit by just throwing the paper in the air with the little seal on it, so niggas can get off my back. And besides
and I'm
that,
taking a trip home to go to a graduation.
Yeah, facts. We'll try and get y'all a little turn up and shit. Cause we're gonna try and do a little thing down here. And then I said afterward, I might try to pull up in New York type shit. So the homies gonna pull out to New York and we take over the streets. We might just do that, you know what I'm saying? Nigga need a break. You know what I'm saying? A little break before we start adulting. That's gonna be the goal. Cause if that's the case, if mom like, what you want for graduation? Yo, give me some money for like a month and a half, Airbnb in New York. I'm cool. With some money on the side so I could pay for this shit. You know what I mean? And I'm fine. I just need time away with no worries, man. That's all I ask. I'm not gonna lie. That's just where I'm at, man. We just trying to get through this finish line. That's all. It sound like I'm out of breath type shit. That's how I feel spiritually.
Yo, out of breath spiritually is crazy.
Man, bro, I swear, dog, this life shit been trying to get at the boy, man. But I ain't letting it happen. I'm not letting it happen. And if I told you that I would have came out near the end of this shit with a girlfriend, I would have lied. Oh, but
yes, sir. That's what happens. Oh, looking for things that you deserve, they just happen.
I mean, hey, we took a little shot, man. You know what I'm saying? It was around the time of love, our favorite holiday of love.
Our favorite holiday.
And she was talking about how, you know, niggas never really, you know, took care of her during that time. I said, oh, say less. I hit on the side. I said, what's up? You trying to be my Valentine, baby girl? What's good? He said, I mean, yeah. I said, say less. We get these plans together. You know what I'm saying? We did our thing. And we've been talking for a couple months. And it's like, you know, it's the right one when the vibes is vibing, if that makes sense to you.
Nah, that makes sense. That makes all the sense.
without trying. You just want to be around each other all the time, genuinely type shit, like for real. You blow off any other plans because they hit you up, tell you shit, and say you just want to hang out for a little bit. A little bit turn out to a lot of bit.
Oh,
yeah. We talking about that type shit. That's what we on, and we loving it, man. We loving it. And I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. I'm trying to fly out there, go see her. Probably on her birthday if I can. If not, it'll be during the grad trip. And I'll be out there anyway for like a month and a half type shit anyway. So, hey, we just going off from there. So that's really what I've been up to. Just to catch folks up. For folks who care to listen. Indeed. And it's the way to explain everything that's been going on. So shoot, it's the way to explain this, man. iShowSpeed. I'm not gonna lie.
No, that ass is.
I'm not gonna hold you. If you don't know what we talking about, so this man iShowSpeed is a young bull streamer on YouTube. YouTube streamer. I think he did Twitch before, but I don't know what happened.
He did
with
Twitch for Aiden happened.
Oh, the whole Aiden beef shit.
Mm-hmm.
I know they had beef or something. I never looked into it for real. I know they didn't like
it. Was Aiden coupled with the whole, E-Day outburst.
Yeah, I remember the E-Day outburst, which is I don't know. That kid needs some help. I don't know. I mean, some people say it's genuine, or maybe that's just persona for stream. But I'm like, if that's what you invested for your stream persona, brother, you gonna go through it.
That's a fact.
You gonna go fucking through it, brother. Cause bro, man, that's one hell of a thing you do on stream, brother. I can't be that high level of toxic consistently
all the time, like
all the time. It's a bit much, but a homie put me onto his shit, like randomly showed me like a little troll song that he did or whatever. I'm like, yo, this man is too much. How is this man around as far as YouTube is concerned, as far as his content? Like, get your bag. I'm not gonna be mad at you getting your bag, but if I know YouTube like I know YouTube, the moment they catch wind of the kind of content that you make, they getting you up out of here immediately. And honestly, I think we might be on the way. What I mean by on the way is Jake Lucky, who is, I'm assuming, a Valorant commentator for like Valorant esports. I think it's just esports in general, but in this situation, he was talking about Valorant. And y'all know me, we got receipts, so I'm gonna explain it to y'all, and y'all gonna see the proof of how all of this shit started. But like I said, Jake Lucky, he's a esports commentator, and he caught wind of iShowSpeed. I don't know if it was a clip he saw or he just came across his channel or whatever, but he came across it and he felt the need to say something about it, and the community caught fire. So you know what? I'll just show y'all. So here's the tweet. He says, I now understand why Valorant queues are so unbelievably toxic. You get one of the most popular streamers on YouTube, iShowSpeed, saying crap like this and getting nothing but praise and laughs. Crap is whack. Here's the clip that he's talking about, y'all.
And where she is? She's on top of the thing.
10 seconds
Oh,
left.
left. 10 seconds. On your left.
Fuck, man, yo, kid dog, man. Come on, bruh.
Man, you gotta hit those shots, man.
Man, shut your stupid ass up, nigga. Who's you talking to, bro? Shut your nerd ass up, bro. I know how to play this game. Shut up, monkey. Shut up. Shut your bitch ass up. All right.
He gets mad away from it.
All right.
Calm down.
Damn, bro. Shut up, bro. I know how to play this game. I'm not a noob, all right? God damn.
You don't know how to play the fucking game.
What? What, bitch? Bitch? Is a bitch talking to me? Is a female talking to me? Am I, no, am I tripping? Am I tripping? Oh, wait, time out. It's a female talking to me right now. It's a fucking female talking to me. Get off the fucking game and do your husband dishes, bitch. Shut up. Fuck you. Fuck is wrong with y'all? Stop talking to me like that, nigga. Fuck is wrong with y'all, dog? I'm not one of these little lame ass Valorant nerds, nigga. Fuck wrong with y'all? Y'all fucking suck.
Spike down mid.
I got the spike.
Fucking nerds on my fucking team. I'm like, bitch, like, who the fuck is you talking to, bitch?
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Love that for us, yeah.
Yeah. So
That for us as black content creators, yes.
boy, and boy, the community caught wind, and a lot of people were just coming up and just dropping links to a lot of his clips, because obviously this is not his first time doing this.
Oh, it's a regular occurrence, bro.
I can see some of y'all even in our live chat here, people like, God damn, it's ridiculous and stuff. Like, nah, this man has been doing this for a very long time. And mind you, this man is one of the quickest growing channels we've seen probably in recent years. This man started
crazy.
But he really came on the scene like what, maybe 2 years ago?
Facts, if that,
right?
for real.
He's been on the scene for like 2 years, y'all, and he grew up to 7 million subscribers on YouTube. 7 million.
This nigga is almost that diamond play button.
Seriously.
Insane.
Now I respect the grind. I respect, you know, you doing your thing or whatever, but being that it's on the basis of this kind of content,
this is your backbone. No,
that
bro.
it's that's how I felt when I first saw it, and I'm like, eventually people won't catch wind, and here we are. Now, why did this story blow up as much as it did? Okay, someone felt some type of way about his content. So what? Here's why. One of Riot Games' devs caught wind of this thread, and now he is currently banned from Valorant and every Riot Games product that is out there.
Games, yo,
the company.
Let's reiterate that.
Every game that they have made, he has been banned all across the board.
Banned. You know how much you got to do for a company to ban you from giving them money?
You can't play Valorant. He can't play anything. What else is? Let me look. Let me Google it real quick.
I was gonna say, I got
What
some
other-
real quick. What else?
What other Riot Games are there? So you got Valorant. That's League of Legends as well.
Yikes.
We talking TFT, Team Fight Tactics. If y'all remember that when that blew up. Freaking. What else did Riot Games have? Right now, I think those are like the biggest games, really. So he can't touch none of those games. And then it gets worse. The global head of YouTube gaming responds to this dev's tweet and says, 2 words, on it. On it.
With a period at the end. That's how you know it was serious.
With a period. So now this boy is at risk at losing a YouTube channel of 7 million subscribers. And boy, if I was him, I'd be shaking in my boots too. I'm not gonna hold you.
Tell you that.
So of course, in response, this man drops a apology video, which here we are.
What's good, everybody? It's a clip, you know, that I seen, you know, that's going crazy right now. Me between the altercation with a girl, and I was playing Valorant. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say some, you know, like a few things from that situation. You know what I'm saying? But that day, you know, I wasn't having a good day. You know, I was getting a lot of racist text-to-speech donations. A lot of people, you know, talking about my dead aunt that's in the grave right now. But look, I don't want to make that no excuse. I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to justify. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, that day, I just don't bash on people for no reason. That's where I'm coming from that, you know, statement I just said. But, you know, I'm completely wrong. You know what I'm saying? I was completely wrong in that situation right there. I can't say anything to justify that situation right there. But that clip is from months ago, and I changed from that, and I grew. You know what I'm saying? I'm young. You know what I'm saying? I'm very young. for every situation I grow, you know, and I change, you know, and I gotta become a better person. That is not me no more. That is not me. And I grow from that situation. That's come from the bottom of my heart. That is not me. You know, and hopefully I can, you know, really, you know, see like the genuine in me. You know what I'm saying? I apologize from that girl. I apologize if that girl was to hit me up and say anything. You know, I would love to hear her out. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I apologize. That's not me. That clip is from months ago. I'm sorry, man. Peace out.
So we all know exactly why this apology thing came out. Obviously, this man is in risk of losing a channel the size of 7 million. This man grew, because now I'm looking at some of his profile pics and stuff. This man grew 5 million subscribers in a year.
That's fucking crazy.
June 29th, 2021, he posted the photo of him hitting 1 million. And the next photo after that, March 6th, 2022, he's at 6 million.
That's insane, bro.
That was March. That was last month. This man grew 1 million subscribers within a month. For y'all to understand
insane, bro,
the kind of growth this man has been garnering. 1 million in a month is crazy. So I would get the quickness to drop an apology. And him saying, you know, that was months ago and I've changed and whatever the case is. Bro, underneath this here is plenty people dropping clips of that was recent. Of you saying crazy shit on stream. Crazy things about just shit in general. We all know the reason why you dropped the apology. You don't want your shit clapped, and that's understandable. We get it. You know what I mean? You put in a lot of work. You've been grinding. I've been grinding. You've been doing all of that work to garner the crazy audience that you have now, because I'm still baffled by the speed of growth this man is garnered. For real.
No pun intended.
I don't know what side of the internet that you really touched the right button for and they came out in masses like this, but brother, you did it, and for that I can commend. Based on what? I don't know, because then you get caught with shit like this.
Fuck the shit out of a fucking minor.
Like 16-year-old girls.
16-year-old girl.
I will fuck the shit out of a fucking minor. I will fuck the shit out of a fucking minor.
I will fuck the shit out of a fucking minor.
Trying to make Talking Tom say shit like that, bro. That's like, bro, you can't. How are we supposed to hear this apology and be like, oh no,
yeah,
I get it, son. Nah, I get it, bro. Like, look, it's good. You made a mistake. You growing from it. We get it, man. Yeah, do your thing. Nah, man. I can't do it. Personally, I can't. I ain't gonna tell people to go knock this man for what he's doing, whatever the case is, because I think this boy is 18. Like, he garnered all this shit like between 16 and 18. He might even be 17, I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, he's not necessarily grown. But at the same time, when you build an audience to the size that he has, you pick up a responsibility that you need to pay attention to, which is there is 7 million people that are waiting to see what you're going to do next. Most of those people are young, impressionable children.
Very.
Cause who else really loves people screaming obscenities at the screen these days? For real. Like let's keep it on it. Who's really watching people screaming all kinds of curse words and toxic shit like, "There's a girl talking to me right now. Is a bitch talking to me right now," and all kinds of shit like that. Children. There's children that do that.
It's either children or childish adults.
Exactly. So now they're looking at you as that next hot thing. Oh wow, he doing this shit, but let me go hop on Valorant real quick. I'm gonna cuss these boys out. That shit's funny as fuck. Yeah, that shit fun as hell. All kinds of stuff. And then you have shit like this. Sooner or later, someone's gonna catch on and call you out for this shit. Because now you flooding the game with a bunch of toxicity and negativity. There's a reason why.
A big enough problem without you adding fuel to the fire for no reason.
Boy, there's a reason why I don't play comp Overwatch. Comp Overwatch is like this. Like competitive Overwatch. When I was into Overwatch, I was playing Overwatch. Like I was like, you know what? I might even get into ranked. I might do some comp. I played comp. I can count on one hand how many times I played comp. Them boys is ruthless over there. You think I'm gonna deal with that? You bugging. I got enough life to do it. Them boys be in there like, wow, you ain't drop your shield, you fucker. I mean, they'll start hitting you with that, boy. I ain't say what I was gonna say for real, because that would have clapped this whole channel, and we just got started here.
The face I just made.
Nah, I wasn't gonna do that to us. I
was like,
I was not gonna do that to us. But it's not a joke over there. And I know freaking Blizzard, they've been doing everything they can to get that curbed. So then again, I don't know if they did, because nigga, I don't play Overwatch like that no more. But it seems like a lot of y'all done flooded into Valorant too. Because I'm pretty sure he wouldn't make this statement like this if he was the only one out. If anything, he probably would have said, yo, everyone come look at this guy over here that's talking crazy on Valorant. Probably said something like that. But the fact that he had to make an example of you is showing that this is a widespread problem when it comes to this game. And you can see that Riot Games is on it, because the moment they got wind of this clip, boy, they got him out of here, out of Valorant and anything that got their name on it. So, and YouTube know exactly what that means, so that's why they said they were on it. So there's a good chance they probably filtering through his channel as we speak to see if they can get enough strikes on his shit to get him out of here. Let me actually even look up to see if his channel is still up. I'm not gonna hold you. Is his channel still up? Yeah, it is. That boy's at 7.12 million subs. The boy is growing. He streamed yesterday, so I guess he's fine for the meantime. Yeah, that boy is fine for the meantime. Like, I even tried to see if I could sit down and watch a bit of his stream. I couldn't do it.
It's not in me.
It's not in me.
I'm not a strong enough person, bro.
Boy. It's on me.
Not in me, bro.
At the end of the day, look, if some way, somehow you end up seeing this clip or seeing this pod speed, brother, first and foremost, yo, what's your formula, son? Because I'm trying to figure out. That's number one. Like, like that's
if you know
number
how
one.
to act right, we'll have you on the pod. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh shit! Hey, boy, if you with it,
If
see
you
what
know
happens.
how to act right, you can come on the pod. Go ahead.
Oh, trust me, because you come in here talking, so man, fuck it, doo-doo. That's all you want to hear. I'll be quick to kick someone out of a VC, boy. I ain't gonna hold you, but
nah, that red button be looking appetizing sometimes. I'm not gonna hold you.
Shit. Oh, but number two, brother, like I said, you obviously have a talent and a personality that people are attracted to, brother, and use that to the best of your ability to do good, man. There's enough negativity when it comes to this world, especially the internet. So there's obviously something that people are attracted to. I'd say do something that's more like you, because I don't believe you like this all the time. I don't believe it. I refuse to.
And it's like, the thing is, I didn't see small clips. I didn't see like pieces of your stream where you're not like this. You give like Tay energy when he hella hype.
Right.
But like, so I know you're not like this all the time. So what
Look, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I have a feeling. This is my theory. That may be true, it may not be true. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong in the comments if you come across this afterward. He started off doing his gaming stuff, doing the type of vibe that you just described. He was on that vibe all the time. Whatever, cool. Then he probably came across some games, some sessions that got him turned up, and this version of him came out. And maybe it happens every once in a while. You make a little compilation with the rages and stuff, because everybody does that. Everybody has funny moment montages. Everybody has rage compilations and shit like that. And then your rage shit blew the fuck up. Then you probably tried a little experiment. Let me try and you know what I'm saying? Try and bring this rage shit a little bit more. The more you bring the rage shit, the more people are hitting that sub button. It's going crazy. Then you start doing that shit all the time. You see that your shit is growing like wildfire. But the thing about something like that is, boy, you can't keep that up long term. It wears on you. Ooh, does it wear on you? And you a young boy. And I know you may have energy, but it's gonna get old real quick. And you feel like you just started, because maybe at this point you're like 22, 23. And you're like, now I really want to get in my bag with content creation. Then maybe you start doing that, and then people's like, well, we here for the obscenities being screamed at the screen.
all I'm gonna say is, y'all remember what happened to Berlin when he decided he didn't want to do Exposed anymore?
Oh.
The wear and tear it took on both of his channels, that is still taking on his content to this day.
Bro. It's
The mental strain is the reason why that man will give us a couple months worth of videos and then drop off the face of the earth for a couple months too. Because as soon as he think he there and people are cool with him doing new content, here come motherfuckers, well, when's the next Exposed? And he like, he tried to give it to us for real. Like, he tried to give it back and it wasn't the same. And if you grow with your content creator, you're gonna know that their content gonna change. But not everybody's gonna do that. Some people are gonna be like, you started doing this, why aren't you still doing this? This is what I followed you for. Because some people don't realize that you can unfollow a motherfucker when you don't fuck with them no more. But you know,
right.
That's you listen. I don't know that man, but he's told us as a community in them Twitch streams, we done had them good heart to hearts, and he done told us that shit is not easy. He wouldn't wish that mental strain on nobody. So like, you really want to put yourself through that by choice?
It's crazy. By choice. Well, like I said, I wish all the best for that kid.
Bro, that's crazy.
I wish the best for the man, bro. I hope you figure it out. I hope you be able to do you, brother, and still have the same kind of success that you've been building up, bro. Because that's one hell of a way to go to get up, man. Because like a lot of people who are successful in this space say, as much as it doesn't seem like it, getting on top is the easier part. So if you already see how hard it is to get on top, imagine how hard it is to stay on top. So we'll see what happens with my man from here on forth. If he keeps going down this path or if he tries to pivot, we'll see what happens. Speaking of pivots,
he pivoted into that slap, tell you that.
Speaking of pivots, it looks like the Smith couple can't pivot out of this one, because boy, this Oscar slap happened 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks? It feels like forever. It feels like a month.
It happened 2 weeks ago, and boy, it seemed like everybody is just now really looking into this relationship,
which makes me so angry.
It's crazy.
It
Which first and
makes me
foremost,
infuriated.
At this point, I would pull up the whole slap for y'all and whatnot, but at this point, it's tired. So if you haven't seen it,
that's
just
a
look it
personal
up.
problem.
Just look it up because that joint was everywhere for a cool week and a half. Still
no
kind of is
reason.
everywhere till this day. So if you haven't seen it, I think it's because you just ain't been online.
The shit should have died after like
But
3 hours, and we
I'll
were
give
still like.
I'll give y'all a synopsis. So Oscars happened. Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's alopecia.
I love how you called her by her government and not Will Smith's wife, like most people do.
Because listen, she deserves that much. Even though she's one, she's a special one, which we'll get into all that, of course. Because as a podcast, why wouldn't we give our opinion on how their relationship works?
That makes us sound so shitty.
Oh,
Are we
boy.
that type of podcasters? Well,
Not at all.
nah,
Not at all.
really. But also
But
at the same
let
time,
other
like I
niggas
said,
paint it.
that shit makes me angry, bro.
It's
Because,
ridiculous.
Like, why? Okay,
Mm.
about to say it, like, rock with me real quick. Why
Mhm.
are we just now looking into it? Because, like, is it because it involves somebody else and she wasn't fucking that person that we're now looking into it?
No, it's cancel
Because
culture. It's
if
cancel
you-
culture.
Y'all make me sick. I hope y'all just fall out.
It is cancel culture because
And
the
I don't
whole
like saying that to
August,
people, but I do hope your edges fall out.
the whole August Alsina shit didn't rock the internet enough for them to start looking into it. Because really, if we really look at it in hindsight, Jada got off kind of scot free from that situation.
Free.
Scot free. People are looking back at it now like, all right, y'all, you've been putting Will through so much. Nah, at the time, we won't call a spade a spade. At the time, y'all didn't give two fucks. Y'all was too busy memeing Will Smith's face.
That's a fact, bro. Like, everybody
anything,
like,
If anything, y'all were gaslighting him. Y'all probably added to that anger that he let off on Chris Rock's fucking cheek on that stage. And which is something that I think a lot of people ain't talking about. A lot of people are saying that this man, Will Smith, is a terrible person for doing what he did. He should have been arrested. Y'all need to revoke his Oscar at X, Y, and Z.
y'all need to relax with that.
What I'm going to say is I'm not going to say that the slap was warranted live on TV. I'm not going to say that. In the middle of the Oscars, no. But at the same time,
sometimes you're sick of being the butt of everybody's jokes, bro.
what the issue about Hollywood is, y'all keep treating these actors and actresses like they are supposed to be a bunch of fucking perfect goddesses, and that when people come at you wrong, you supposed to just suck it up and turn the other cheek. I'm not gonna say, before someone twists my words, I'm not gonna say whenever someone says something nasty about you to go kick them in the throat. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, people have human moments, and the fact that y'all want this man Will Smith to give back every single penny that he made in Hollywood at this point because of that slap, y'all need to chill the fuck out. Relax.
Chill the fuck out,
I'm not gonna defend what he did. But at the same time, I feel like y'all dragging this shit. Y'all really are. It's
y'all
ridiculous.
have been dragging it since it happened.
Like y'all need to stop.
It was funny how we was in the court when it happened. We was in here kikiing about this.
Oh
shit.
yeah, I was laughing about it.
I
was laughing. Trust me.
Like at the same time, when it looked like y'all were dragging it, because y'all started dragging it quite early.
And boy,
like, let me just slide on out of here, because at that point it's not funny no more.
And bro, the different angles that have come out since the slap is crazy. Let's talk about some of the most popular ones. Number one, every single one of y'all out there that is now trying to hold every black man in regard to what Will Smith did, talking about we need people to protect black women like that. Stop it now. I'm not saying that black women don't deserve to be protected. That's not what I'm saying.
If my man ain't coming about like after a nigga about Will Smith like he did, bro, please Please don't start.
Yeah, come on, son. If he don't want to protect me like Will Smith does for Jada, I don't want him. You don't deserve nobody.
You said you want your man to be mentally ill because of you.
Because we don't get into that, boy. We don't get into that. Shit, that might be the rest of the episode. We don't fucking know. We gonna see where this goes. Because boy, for folks who've been in VC streams and all kinds of stuff, I refrained from talking about it because I was keeping this content for the pod, and we're here on the pod, so we're gonna go off. First and foremost, like I said, all y'all that now all of a sudden is trying to make this an example of how black men need to protect black women, stop it. Number one, I'm not saying we don't need to protect black women at all. Listen, I'm with a black woman myself, and I tell you right now, y'all want to talk crazy about her, I might fuck you up. I'll fly out and do it personally. Who knows? With what money? I'll find it. I'll find it. Shit, don't play with me. But at the same time, the same way y'all like to say black men don't protect black women, y'all want black men to be black Clark Kents for some fucking reason. Shut the fuck up. Y'all annoy me. Y'all really do. And there's problems on both sides. This is going back to the last episode we had when we were talking about black love and shit. There's problems on both sides where we're holding both sides to this certain high regard that can never be reached, instead of people being able to sit down, seeing where people are at, and cultivate the energy that works for the both of you. Quit trying to be other people. Talk to your fucking partner, see where y'all are at, and see what y'all can do to be the best y'all. Fuck how Will Smith protects his wife.
Like,
how about where your boyfriend stand at? Huh?
But couple goals.
Y'all sickening. I'm tired of y'all shit.
Couple goals.
In the same way y'all like to knock black men for dating white women instead of y'all, which I'm not the biggest fan of, whatever the case is. Y'all be out here dating white men too. Cut it all. Cut it out. Stop it. Y'all doing the same thing that they doing. At the end of the day, both of y'all is dating white folk. Since apparently dating white folk is a fucking sin. Because I believe love is love, and you love whoever you decide to love. You know what I'm saying? Love don't discriminate. I don't necessarily prefer to be with a white woman, but then again, that's just my preference. You know what I'm saying? If I fell in love with a white woman, I would have fallen in love with a white woman. But in this case, she got melanin. So I'm calling. There's all kinds of, and maybe this is a slight little tangent, but this is what the Braincast is. Welcome back, y'all. The fucking there's these pedestals that y'all want to reach, but they can't. And if it don't reach there, the relationship don't matter. And wherever y'all got that mindset from, give it back. Yeah, return the sender. Get your money back. Cause I don't know who told you can have a perfect relationship. Because sweetheart or my brother, none are. You gotta work at it. Now, to bring shit back full circle, the kind of work Will is putting in with Jada, it's not worth it. Oh my god, it's not worth
That
it.
is.
Listen,
Oof.
cause I know a lot of people are diving into their relationship right now. Like, all of this shit is new, but a person like me, I was around when Red Table Talk started, and I honestly think it's a pretty good show. Not gonna lie. A lot of topics that's being talked about, and in depth the way that it's talked about, need to be talked about. If you followed that last sentence, let me know, because I feel like maybe that shit sounded crazy, because I said talked about like 4 times in the past 4 seconds. But
let's talk about it.
We gonna talk about it. Oh my gosh.
Talk
But
about it.
me watching the episodes that I have watched has brought me to the conclusion of the way that Jada moves verbally that can be considered a disguise of you pushing some shit. Like if we was gonna call a spade a spade, you pushing some shit for real.
Right.
Like, perfect example. We'll start here. Let's start with the main thing that people are looking at now, right? Which is this fucking thing about August. Don't worry, you knew I got receipts. We here on Facebook Watch with the source. I ain't playing with y'all. Yeah, you think this is a game? So for folks who've never seen this is the actual original clip of Jada talking about the August situation.
For whatever reason.
So what happened, Jada?
Okay, so let's start with, I guess about 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it was about 4 years ago. Started a friendship with August. And we actually became really, really good friends. And it all started with him just needing some help. You know, me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing when Aug first came around, he was really sick.
He was really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah.
Which, funny part is, a new thing that I learned recently as well is the reason August was even around originally was because him and Jaden were best friends at the time. So it's a wild thing to think about that your best friend ended up fucking your moms to get over your dad. Huh? What?
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Cause dog, what in the fuck? Like real shit. like real shit. As well as, if you think about it as well, at the time, August was 24 and Jaden was fucking 16. 16 years of age.
A minor.
What August don't hang out with a 16-year-old man?
This Hollywood.
Like, I'm not gonna tell you, who you should hang out with or whatnot, but like, damn, 16-year-old.
You know.
I'm 26. I can't think about like the only person I can relate to right now. My best friend is 17. Huh? I can't. I can't. Then again, when it comes to the children of the Smith family, they are anomalies in themselves. So I guess
exactly.
I could put an
Like,
asterisk. I could put an asterisk next to Jaden and Willow's name, to be honest. But it's a predicament. It's a predicament. Now, to honestly display what is being talked about here, I think we should get some context. All right.
Let's.
So, as much as it seems like this is surprising people, Will and Jada have openly talked about how their relationship works on the Red Table Talk. This is old shit. This is why I'm like, everybody acting like this is old, brand new and shocking and shit like that. I'm like, nah, bro, we knew. If you had your ear to the streets, you knew what was going on. If you don't know, that's why I'm here. I got receipts. I got y'all. This is another episode of the Red Table Talk.
Yeah.
What's the episode called? Becoming Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And this is them talking about just how their relationship started and what they had to go through to get to the point that they're at least to 2018. Because
We started dating.
Boy, has it
and
gotten
then
worse.
I got pregnant.
Yeah.
2 years in. I knew the moment after the act that I was pregnant. The moment. But I knew that night, and he didn't believe me, but I knew. And it was almost like, you know those big locks on a bank?
Yeah.
Those big turning locks? I could feel that in my womb, in my uterus. And
But
I was like,
it was literally
Yeah.
4 seconds after we had sex, and she goes, I was like, babe, you okay? She's like, I'm pregnant. I was like, babe, I think scientifically you're not pregnant. I think scientifically you're not pregnant yet.
I cried that whole night.
Damn.
She cried all night
I
because
cried
she was
all
pregnant
night
and
long.
she knew.
I was like,
My life is never gonna be the
never
same.
gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which right
I thought
there,
it was fun.
that should say something to y'all. Because if you don't know, I didn't watch the whole of the beginning. Because if that's the case, we'd be here probably for another extra hour just watching the whole episode, which I don't necessarily think is needed. But originally, how they first met was on the set of she was on Different World at the time, Jada. And well, no, she was auditioning for Fresh Prince. Actually, she was auditioning for Lisa, if I remember correctly. Right, that's the name of the character. I feel like I fucked that up. Right, it's Lisa, right?
Yeah.
She was auditioning for Lisa, and Alfonso knew her. Which, fun fact, Jada dated Alfonso. They had one date, and I think it didn't turn out all that well, so nothing really came about it. But yes, she did date Alfonso at one point, and Alfonso was like, "All right, cool, I can set this up." And Fresh Prince used to be filmed on Fridays, Different World on Thursdays, so he was in the crowd watching the taping and all shit. Plot twist.
Alfonso, real cutesy type shit, yo. Real cutesy
Alfonso introduced Will to Cherie. If y'all know who Cherie is, that is the mother of Will's first child, Trey. So that night,
which everyone forgets about,
he didn't meet Jada. He met Cherie, which he ended up marrying and having his first child. They met later because Dwayne Martin and Tisha Campbell Martin had like this dinner thing or whatever, and they met there. And according to Will, this man went into the bathroom and cried his eyes out because, number one, he's not one for a divorce, really, but he just felt that feeling when you feel like you're not with the right person. But he's one about commitment, so now he's happy that he found the right person who he thinks is right for him, because he's in that bitch laughing too. He found the right person for him, but it's saddened because he found him a bit too late. So then fast forward, Cherie like, you can't force me to be here if I don't love you no more. Hit his ass with divorce. And Will crushed, but he scrolled through them contacts. Him as Jada Pinkett is in that. And I swear to you, this is verbatim. Sooner or later, maybe I'll show y'all the clip. I think it's in this episode. So if anything, I'll drop the Red Table Talk episodes that we're talking about today in the description if you're watching this afterward. And y'all peep it. It'll probably be after we post this episode, since YouTube don't want to let a nigga into the studio so I can actually have things prepared. But that's besides the point here. Let's get back on track. Will Smith hit this girl line and said, "Yo, it's Will." And she said, "Hey, how you doing?" He said, "So are you single?" And she's like, yeah. "So you're not seeing nobody?" He's like, "No." He's like, "Oh, all right, you seeing me now." This nigga Will, which I believe, because at the Fresh Prince era, this nigga Will was probably one of the most charismatic, smoothest niggas you ever seen on television.
That's the real Riz God.
So I believe that's exactly the way it went. I'm not gonna hold you.
That's the real Riz God, bro.
But And the funny part is she was fresh off of just buying a farm in Baltimore because she was done with Hollywood. She moved to Baltimore. She just bought this whole farm, this house and all that. Get this call from Will. Now she on the next flight back to LA and she ain't never been back since. And then 2 years later, Jada's pregnant with Jaden, which is what they just talked about. So pick up for where we left
I
off.
want y'all to, before you hit play again, Twin,
Of course.
I want y'all to listen to the verbiage that she's using, bro.
Yes.
These aren't teenagers.
Correct.
These are well-established adults
Mm-hmm.
that are in the type of career where if you get pregnant, you can take a step back and you can be cool and nothing detrimental is gonna happen for real.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Funny.
Yeah,
Of
he
course
thought it
you
was
would think it was
hilarious.
funny. I was like, what am I gonna do now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really didn't want to get married, but
We only got married because Gammy was crying.
well, Gammy, this is what happened.
And this is the part that's flying all over the fucking internet that people was just going crazy about. But this is the reason why I started a bit earlier so y'all can get context of the conversation. Because, you know, people love clipping shit out of context and just running with certain stories. I'm giving y'all the full picture here. We're going to talk about it.
But
Shout
it
out
was
Dave Chappelle.
almost as if Gammy was
Facts.
like, you have to get married. So let's talk about the wedding. It was almost like that. And
Like she completely just was like, that's
yeah,
not a reality
and
where you're
I
not
was
married.
under so much pressure, you know, being a young actress, being
Yeah.
young, and I was just like
pregnant.
And I was just like, I didn't know what to do. But I just knew, I was like, I never wanted to be married.
I don't remember that. I remember feeling very strongly and wanting you guys to be married. I do remember that. But
Yes.
I don't remember your rejection of the idea of marriage. I remember the rejection of the idea of a wedding.
I didn't want a
But
wedding
not of
either.
She didn't want it,
I was
yeah.
like, I don't want to get married, and now Gammy done gone to Will crying about, I don't want to have a wedding, and now I'm being forced to have a wedding. When really, I just wanted it to be the two of us on a
Yeah.
mountain, because I was like, this is serious business.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I didn't respect your wishes. It was totally a selfish. I'll never have that experience of my daughter getting married
Right.
because you were my only child. But that was
Yeah.
so selfish.
It's okay. I mean,
It was the right call.
it was the right
I know
call.
it was the right
It was
call
the
for
right
you
call.
to marry,
Yeah,
but not
yeah.
necessarily. That's
Oh,
what I'm
to have a
talking
wedding,
about.
yeah.
To have a wedding, because the wedding was horrible.
Because
It was a horrible wedding.
It was a mess. Jada was sick.
Sick,
She was
yeah,
very
yeah.
unpleasant. Wouldn't cope. But she was sick.
She was
She
sick, yeah.
didn't cooperate
You
with
were 6 months
anything.
Mind you, look at that shit. You can see it in her face. She didn't want to take that fucking picture. She didn't want to take that picture. Yeah, maybe y'all don't see it. Like, just look.
Wouldn't cope. But she was sick.
She didn't want to take that fucking picture, nigga. She didn't want to take that. You know what I'm saying? Well into it because it's Will Smith, but Jada, I've seen in my lifetime, right? I'm not gonna call myself no expert. I ain't no Dr. Umar or some shit, but
That nigga not an expert neither, but anywho.
you get my point then. Anywho. I've seen enough black queens that have been in situations to where I don't fucking like this, but I know this is not the time to turn up. Which the funny thing is to me, which I was gonna try and hold this point till later, but I think holding this point now would be good so you can keep it in your mind as you watch all of this shit. Hearing and revisiting a lot of these bits and pieces of them talking about their marriage, it's giving a lot Malcolm and Marie. If you haven't seen this Netflix film,
My God.
Beautiful. Exactly.
Beautiful film.
If you haven't seen this
Beautiful
film
film, bro.
on Netflix, because Because funny part is I was gonna end up watching it sooner or later, but baby girl said, she hit me up and she was like, I mean, I knew when I saw this movie first, whenever I have a partner, I definitely wanted to watch this movie with them and see their opinion. So we watched like the first half of it. We're gonna finish it sooner or later, but
it's really good. Y'all hear Seth
watch the
smile
fun.
every time he talk about his wife, bro. I love it. I love it so much.
Chill on the kid. Oh, but but I'm watching it and we were talking about it, and when this whole spiel started happening, everybody started revisiting these clips, and I'm listening, and I'm like, boy, all I can think about is Malcolm and Marie. Because on the outside, you see the toxic, crazy yelling and everything, and people want to cut each other, all kinds of shit. But if you're listening and paying attention to the emotions that is being explored right now, it's people that don't know how to deal with how they feel right now, and this is all they know how to do. Because what I said before about relationships, like from back in the day, like the generation before us, how they deal with relationships, we know for sure was not healthy. People don't know how to sit down, be honest with themselves as well as their partner, and just have the conversation of, I've been through X, Y, and Z, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it makes me feel like this, and this, and we gotta move a certain way to help, and I'm gonna work through this. We can work through it together, and we get to where we get to.
If you choose not to do that, then that's okay too.
If you choose not to do that, I understand, but I just wanted to keep it up front with you, and you know exactly what's on the table when we get to doing this thing that we call a relationship.
It's a fact.
And sure, everything may not necessarily be known at the beginning of the relationship, but the moment you find out about it, having that conversation and being open with your partner is paramount. Like, you need to understand just how important that is, because you let shit like that slide and build up is how you get fucked up in a relationship. I promise.
And the next thing you know, you're having a conversation and you think everything's fine and everything's peachy keen, and they're mad about this one thing, and the next thing you know, they're bringing up shit from like 6 months ago, if not longer, because y'all decided as a unit, oh, it's okay, knowing damn well it's not okay.
Communication matters, y'all. Communication matters, as well as mental awareness matters.
Right.
I gotta get with it, man.
It's heavy on that mental awareness part.
I swear.
Heavy on that.
Didn't cooperate with
You were 6 months pregnant at the wedding.
No, I was
How many? 3
months.
3 months pregnant at the wedding.
So she was having
My
all that
first
morning
trimester
sickness.
was
Oh, it was horrible.
And I was so upset that I had to have a wedding. I was so pissed. I went crying down the freaking aisle.
Oh, getting married.
Getting
Yeah.
married. Cried the whole way.
And I was
down
like,
the aisle.
I was like,
And Will was
hey.
like, hey. I was like,
She'll be all right, don't worry.
Yeah, because that was one question I forgot to ask. She said that she never wanted to get married. Did you?
There wasn't a day in my life that I wanted anything other than being married and having a family.
Wow.
From like
Thank the good Lord.
literally 5 years old, I was picturing what my family would be.
Wow.
What was the fundamental bump about the idea of marriage in general that you were against?
I just never really agreed with the construct.
Exactly.
I just don't agree with it. I never have. I still don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Till Death Do Us Part is real for me. It's just all of the rules and
It's
all
like
of the
you're supposed to do
ideas.
this
Right.
as a wife. You're
You
supposed
know,
to do this
yeah,
as a
what-
husband. You're supposed to do this.
Instead of
Right.
And
really
what you
just
can't do.
And what you can't do,
exactly
right, absolutely.
because of this title, wife is a
The
very
defi- the-
difficult.
the accepted conventional definition
conventional definition
of a
of
wife,
wife.
right.
The paradigm.
In the
Yes.
paradigm, I'm not that.
Right. I don't know if I've ever said.
Which, if you don't get what she's talking about, because once again, it goes back to that verbiage as I was telling y'all about. They have a certain way that they like to talk about things and shit like that. She don't like marriage because what everybody says you're supposed to be in one. This is that simple. That classic picture of what a husband and wife are supposed to be, she don't fuck with. necessarily. And for me, if you know just how weird and it seems like controlling Jada is, that's the first flag. Which, and honestly, I don't necessarily blame her all the way, but at the same time, of course, everybody's responsible for their own self. I blame her because at the end of the day, it don't matter what the fuck society got to say about a marriage. Once you realize that society don't sleep in that bed with you and your husband, or sleep in the bed with you and your wife, you understand that this marriage is on your terms and your terms only. The only person who dictates the terms and conditions and how this marriage works is you and your partner. Period.
And nobody else should matter when it comes to your marriage, for real.
At all.
So
Nobody
the
else
fact that
should.
you're letting outside opinions that not even necessarily have been said to you, but you've just heard them. So that's just your idea of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that, which is why, like you said, I'm not going to fault her completely. It's just one of them things where it's like, you got to break out of that at a certain, at a certain age, at a certain extent. You got to break out of that. Now, if you decide you don't want to get married in general, then that's your business.
Right.
Because nigga like me would have been like, no, but it is what it is. Because I'm an adult, and at the end of the day, these are my feelings, and this is my mental state, and everything else in between. But you know, who am I?
Right.
But if you want to decide to do that, don't carry yourself and carry this idea into this thing to make yourself more miserable, because you're not doing this on your own. You're doing it with somebody that supposedly you love, or that supposedly you have very strong feelings for. So why would you carry that negative mentality into this if you're supposedly in this situation with somebody that should be making it easier for you to handle?
Mm-hmm. Which, keep in mind, you see that she's not necessarily all that interested in participating in the concept of marriage, right? She don't do what everybody else do when it come to marriage. That I was never that type of person. That's what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 times out of 10, that means she probably don't necessarily fuck with the concepts of what a typical boyfriend-girlfriend relationship is. Necessarily. Which, of course, that's fine. Everybody dates the way that they date. Remember, what she said about Tupac is that, yeah, they were never boyfriend and girlfriend, but they had this high level of love for each other, or whatever the case is. You know, the way that she likes to word things.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't your typical relationship, but it was something greater than, is what I am hearing. So, with that being in mind,
Let's read soulmates without you just verbatim saying soulmates.
Exactly. So now with that in mind, let's go back to her talking about this August situation, and y'all see what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And I mean, we found all those different resources, you know, to help pull them through. And from there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over. You know?
We were over.
And then what did...
See what I mean by verbiage? You heard that, right? She wanted to make sure that you understand that she didn't think she was going back. But with Will, he said it was a possibility. This is going back to Will talking about how divorce isn't a thing for him. Because remember, and in a clip that we're going to be seeing in a little bit, Will comes from a home where he watched his dad punch his mom square in the fucking nose and bust that shit open. Like, it was a bad environment. Any kid in an environment like that is going to grow up saying, I am going to build a home that is not like that. I didn't like seeing my mom go through that. I hated my dad for it. I don't want to hate myself, and I don't want to see my wife go through that. You got to keep that in mind. It don't matter if this is the man that did Independence Day and Men in Black and The Pursuit of Happiness. This is a black man that built himself a career and has the opportunity now to really build a home environment for his family that's still dealing with the trauma of the fact that he watched his dad punch his mom square in the fucking face. Crazy shit. Like, if y'all know, I don't know if anybody who may be listening or is in the live chat has been in those type of situations before, but watching parents fight to that level is traumatizing for a child. Traumatizing. You don't forget it. That is something that scars you.
Very much.
Because of course you're not in the inside, you're not in the bedroom with your parents when they're talking about what may have led up to that situation or whatever the case is. So now you have these eternal questions. Why was dad punching mom? Why is mom getting beat up by dad so much? Don't they love each other? Doesn't dad love mom? What did mom do to make dad hit her like that? Like, I don't understand. Is that how you're supposed to love? Some people ask that question, and those are the ones that end up being abusers, for real, for real. Is that how you're supposed to love? It can't be the way that you love.
That question goes unanswered.
Exactly. Those type of things. And unless you know shit like this and really pay attention to it, as well as listen to the way people say things, like that little interaction right there, it can tell you a lot. You know what I'm saying? Will said this could have been over, and Jada's like, nah, it was over. What you talking about? What you talking about, Jada?
Right.
We in divorce. What do you mean?
Right.
What do you mean it could be over? And what happened during this break? I don't gotta tell you. They will.
What did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. And one thing I want to
The famous
clear
line
about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is, you know, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes.
So that should open up a lot, because that's even a storyline that I went with for a little bit. I was like, well, Will can't necessarily even be mad if he's the one who gave permission, apparently, so I've heard. So this cleared up a lot. So you can understand how much more that even hurt Will, because he didn't know this shit was going on. Because now you bring in the information that this man was the best friend of Jada. Who knows? You probably not Jada, Jaden. And who knows? You thought August was just around because, you know, Jaden wanted to help his friend. We have the resources. We'll help this man. Why not? Then you come to find out that your wife is sleeping with said man. And what? Hello? What are you talking about? Huh? What do you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably.
Yeah.
And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not.
I think so. I mean, because this is your red table, and you like brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far
Nah, you see, that's Will trying to get his clarity off. Now, I think for the sake of the red table, you said the red table is the place where we get all the real shit off. So let's be real. I'm gonna need you to tell the world exactly, for real, what took place, right? Here's why I laugh. Look at Jada's response.
as what?
You and I decided we were gonna take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
See, it was a relationship. This entanglement shit you try and get off, it's not it. This is what Will is saying in his mind, but of course he can't articulate it that exact way. This is what he get off in his mind. Listen. Entanglement, say this shit. It was a relationship. Say it with me. Relationship.
One more time.
Relationship. Okay. Disentanglement. No. Entanglement. Entanglement. Nah, we ain't doing that. Entanglement.
I was in a lot of pain and I was very broken. Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself. Mm-hmm. And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. Mm-hmm. I would definitely say we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible.
So we come into the red table. So I'm in the Jada position right now. So you know, you during that time launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good. Mm-hmm. It had been so
fucking to do that.
long.
I'm sorry. No. Oh my gosh, I said that out loud by mistake. I'm sorry, y'all. I was thinking it and I said it out loud by mistake. Oh, what's crazy is
you said it as soon as I thought it.
Damn, twin, I was drinking water, man. Bro. Oh my gosh, but I mean, it's real shit though. It's real shit.
As soon as you said it, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's what I'm supposed to do.
I'm sorry. Let's continue, bro.
Continue, please.
Since I felt good, and it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with
I said it again.
Codependency, which is another thing that I had to learn to break in this cycle. Just that idea of needing to fix and being drawn to people that need help, whether it's your health or whether it's your addictions. There's something about that childhood trauma that feels as though it can be fixed through fixing people.
That's real shit.
She was spitting just now. I cannot hold you.
That's real shit.
That's
okay.
Real.
As much as everybody dragging Jada through the mud, bro, she be talking some shit for real. She do.
Now sometimes she uses that because she know how to talk, and she knows what she's talking about most of the time.
Right.
But she uses that to her advantage when she's spitting bullshit too.
Yeah. I mean, that's what everybody do, to be honest. If we keep it in 100, that's the thing that everybody does for real.
Versus fixing me.
Yeah.
And I think that whole process with Og really showed me that and taught me that. And I'm really grateful for that lesson.
I feel like that husband, like I'm with you at the press conference. I'm that husband. Now I got to be with you at the press conference while you like tell the world about your transgressions. Well, like I love my baby. I'm gonna stand by my baby no matter what.
Well, you know, I definitely understand why it would look that way or feel that way, but I actually don't look at it as a transgression at all. Through that particular journey, I learned so much about myself and was able to really confront a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional insecurity, and I was really able to do some really deep healing.
So that should really explain a good bit, but I'm gonna put it this way. Look at it from her point of view, right? So you a young actress. They got together in like 97, if I remember correctly. So this is I feel like this is around the time to Set It Off. Come on, Set It Off. 96. She's fresh off of Set It Off. Set It Off went out to be a hood classic because Set It Off was in 1996. If you haven't seen that movie, dope movie, fire movie. A hood classic. No shit. Like, I know that definitely put her on a pedestal for sure. She's fresh off Set It Off. You trying to, when you hit something hot when it comes to, you know, being an artist, being an actress, just being an entertainer, you trying to continue hitting that iron while it's hot. You trying to keep getting all that good shit out. There's a reason why you see people like Kevin Hart going on crazy roles, bro. Like, it seems like Kevin Hart just being on the silver screen like every fucking year, because that man, he just keeps getting better and keeps getting in your face. I'm not gonna hold you. As far as the acting is concerned, Kevin Hart getting there, but that's a whole nother conversation. She coming fresh off Set It Off, young actress. She's trying to get herself together. You end up with Will. Bow, you're pregnant. Now, you already seen how she felt when she was like with Tupac and whatnot. They weren't necessarily together, but they were together, so you kind of had leeway to go do whatever the case you may be. You doing your thing, whatever. She had a date with Alfonso. I don't know when that necessarily took place, but you getting my point.
If I could have been a fly on the wall for that, I would have fucking screamed.
But you're in a relationship that's pretty lucrative because you're not necessarily officially together, so you don't necessarily have the restrictions of a relationship. That's the way I'm looking at it. So you following me? We get the 97, we fresh off Set It Off, we try and get our acting career off the ground. We end up with this smooth man called Will Smith that seems like he's on his up and up. Then bow, you're pregnant. There's a child here now. Another human being that can't fend for themselves yet because they don't know what life is. So now as a mother, you gotta do what you've gotta do. But at the same time, you're not used to this thingamajig called building a family. Right?
I thought you was talking about the kid. I was gonna say, you referring to Jaden as an infant, as a thingamajig, is hilarious.
Nah, it's because I was doing things at the same time. I don't paint me in no way, internet. Relax. Relax. I'm not saying you. I know you wouldn't. I'm talking about the internet. Niggas love to clip shit out of context. Relax. But get back to my point. We was trying to get our shit off. Like, I'm talking from Jada's perspective here. We just got off a great movie, so now we really trying to, you know what I'm saying? We trying to see what the world got for us. Now we pinned down with a child. You know what I mean? What am I supposed to do now? And now, mind you, you have children you taking care of. Will is not necessarily staying at home taking care of them children with you. That man going off making classics. So you can see where some of that resentment may build up. You can see why it's woe is me a little bit. And honestly,
but this is also why communication is a thing.
Nah, 100%. So honestly, I don't know which other way to explain it. So what better way to do it than let them themselves explain it for y'all?
I think the turning point in our relationship for me happened when I turned 40. That's when I had a midlife crisis.
Yeah, your 40th birthday was my low point. The day after her 37th birthday, I hired a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday. I had hired a documentary team. I traced mommy's family roots. Her 40th birthday was gonna be my thing.
It was gonna be a splash.
It was gonna be a splash. Mary J. Blige performed. I debuted.
Like, did you see that? Yeah. I hope you saw that. If you know what I'm talking about. Hold on. I'm gonna go back.
And our relationship for me happened when I turned 40. That's when I had a midlife crisis.
Yeah, your 40th birthday was my low point. The day after her 37th birthday, I hired a team to orchestrate her 40th birthday. I had hired a documentary team. I traced mommy's family roots. Her 40th birthday was gonna be my thing.
It was gonna be a splash.
It was gonna be a splash. Mary
That, that,
Wow.
that right there.
Wow.
You heard it in the tone. You seen the way that she did it or whatnot. Like I said, I've seen black women.
You
Okay,
didn't plan on being with that man on your
I
40th
said
birthday.
she didn't plan to be with that man. Period. Not like this.
Mm-mm.
Not like this. And I think
And the
that's
fact that you've been with him for this long was the start of your midlife crisis.
exactly. And I think just being with this man in this situation like this, I feel like their relationship would have been different if they didn't have Jaden when they had Jaden.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, if anything, it probably would have gave the Tupac relationship 2.0 if they didn't have Jaden. I promise you.
Definitely.
I feel that strongly. I can't tell you. I'm no relationship expert or whatever the case is. I'm just going based on observation and what I think. Okay. This is what I'm assuming. This is what, you know what I'm saying? This is just two people on the podcast just thinking about shit. Okay. I think this relationship goes in a completely different direction if they don't have Jaden when they had him.
I completely agree.
Cause I feel like she would have had the space to breathe, go do, I don't know, do some acting shit, or whatever the case is. Probably would have built a relationship that was pretty lucrative. They were together, but not really together. But y'all know that y'all like each other. And no one else is gonna move on your property, but you not really gonna put the sign that says it's your property. But you know, everybody on the block know not to step on your grass, type shit. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely not. You would have. It would have started off as a business partnership, so to speak, which is what
Probably.
you wanted in the beginning for real.
Right.
Because just like you're coming fresh off Set It Off, you're coming also fresh off of Pac's death. So you also didn't really have time to heal from that.
Right.
And you
'Cause
being
Pac
able
passed-
to dive into your craft for real
What
would have
year
been the
did Pac
best way
pass?
for you to heal. 96?
Let me see. Tupac. This is 96. September 96.
96. So
September 96. So yeah, y'all got together in 97. Yeah.
you're coming fresh off of your soulmate passing, because that's what I'm gonna call him, because that's what you said in so many words. You're coming fresh off of the heights or the start, the spring pad of your career is what I'm gonna call it. You're coming fresh off of both of those things, and the best way for you to heal and for you to cope would be diving into your craft, and you couldn't do that because you got pregnant.
Right.
You also entered a whole nother relationship, and you entering a whole nother relationship is fine, but like you said, you got pregnant.
Yeah.
And that in itself halted every bit of healing that you could have possibly done before this child got here.
Right.
Even still being with this man, you could have been with him and like he could have helped you heal along the way. And this relationship probably would have been stronger than it is now or ever has been.
Right.
But it's not, because you had to keep all that to yourself. Well, you didn't have to, but you chose for the betterment of your child to keep all that to yourself.
Yep. You chose to put Jada away for a bit and just become Jaden's mom.
Be Jaden's mom. And that's detrimental to your mental health, because I can only imagine having postpartum this far out. Because at the end of the day, that's really what this is. This is a mix of that trauma from the love of your life dying and just a far out extended ass version of postpartum, because Jaden and Willow are only what, like 3 years apart?
I think so. Me too.
So you literally had no time to heal because your kids blew up the minute
Shit.
they were allowed to. Like the minute they got old enough to be like, yeah, I think I want to do that for a living, they blew up. And because your family is so close knit, your kids are grown. but you're still looking after them and taking care of them like they're those little kids that just got here.
Yeah, 2 years apart.
Crazy, bro.
Jaden's
So, can
98
you
and she's
imagine? And
2000.
this is, I'm figuring all this out for myself as I'm speaking on it. So me and you are both in shock of what I'm saying. Imagine having postpartum this far out, bro.
Yeah. I think
can't-
Jada, this is just Jada acting out because she never really got to be the self that she believed that she could be. But the thing about it is, and this is something I talk about a lot, I don't believe anybody should have to sacrifice themselves to be in a relationship. I believe you can be yourself and be with your partner. Everybody can have their own lives as well as the lovely love life that you share with your partner. You, in no case should you sacrifice yourself. Maybe you can balance yourself out, but sacrifice yourself in order to keep the relationship afloat should never be the case.
Sacrificing yourself in order to be what you, well, nor should you be sacrificing yourself to be a parent, period.
Yeah, for sure.
Period, bro.
You gotta balance that, man.
You know, if you have maternal or paternal instincts, and nigga like me, I don't think she has any, but like, I'm not gonna hold you. I really don't. Because I believe in the whole opposite attract type thing, but not to this extent. Because yes, there are people who act like Jada that just need to meet the right person in order for you to be like, wow, maybe I do want to get married. Because look at Jeezy and Jeannie Mai. She didn't want to have kids nor get married. Now look at her, pregnant and married again. Love that for her. Love that for them. But sometimes you just need to meet the right person in order for you to be like, okay, maybe this is why. Like, this is what it's meant to be like, you know, to be with somebody you care about for this long. And then sometimes you don't, because that's just not what you want. That's just not your thing, and that's okay. But like I said, I believe in opposites attract, but not to this extent, because she literally was like, no. And there are certain things that in relationships you can't compromise on, and marriage is one of them.
Yeah, man.
There are two solid things, that in far more than not experiences when it comes to marriage, you can't compromise them, and that's having a kid and getting married. Because some people just don't want to have kids, and that's okay. Some people want to be pet parents. Some people want to adopt. Some people just don't want to have another responsibility other than themselves and their partner, and that's fine. And then some people live to be parents.
Yeah. Which that's literally this case. Will planned, like you heard him, since he was 5, what his life would be like married with a family. Which I believe that Jada honestly started off not wanting kids. I don't believe Jada wanted kids. At least in the time of her life that she met Will, or specifically the time where she was impregnated to make Jaden. Honestly, don't believe that she wanted children.
Not if it wasn't with Pop.
Nah, probably. You right.
Not if it wasn't with Pop, bro. Sometimes people are like that. Sometimes people are like, if I can't have a family or children with this person, they
It's
just
not
don't
happening.
want it anymore.
It's not happening. Yeah.
And you know, as how do I put this? There's a word for it. I don't want to say self-deprecating, but you know what I mean if I say that.
Like self-fulfilling prophecy.
There we go. As much as that is, sometimes that's just how it is, and sometimes people are happier not having a family or like that marriage and not like happily ever after with the person that they wanted to and being by themselves than trying to have it with somebody else.
Right. And bro, maybe now we get into the part where people like, but you remember, going late 90s, going into 2000s, they were the it couple. That was the black couple. They seemed perfect. and all kinds of stuff. How did all this happen behind the scenes? Funny part is, Will explains all that for y'all. I don't even gotta say shit, to be honest. He about to explain all that shit. Just listen.
Lay it on me, Mr. Smith.
Mary J. Blige performed. I debuted the film, all of that. It was going to be the thing that lifted her out of this midlife crisis, and it was going to be my deepest, most beautiful proclamation of love, and we did it. And I had found tapes of Jada's grandmother, and her grandmother had recorded these voice messages over the last like 8 months of her life.
Wow.
And it was tapes that Jada had never heard.
Wow.
So Jada had to sit there and listen. I understand thoroughly now. At the time I didn't. But she's listening to these never before heard tapes of one of the dearest people she's ever known in her life in front of all of these people. So she's holding it together, she's getting it together. Then I have Mary J. Blige performing. The whole time I'm like, the little boy that wants mommy to say everything was wonderful, right? And she's having a really difficult emotional time. And then when we got back to the room, it was me, you, and mommy, and we were talking about the next day, and there were things planned for the next day, and she said, I'm not sure I want to do anything the next day. You can just cancel it. And I said, well, let's keep it, and then tomorrow you can decide. She was like, I'm telling you now, I don't want to do anything tomorrow. And I said, well, it's okay. We'll just wait and see.
I just wanted to have intimate time.
Just intimate time. And I was like, well, I'll cancel tomorrow. She was like, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
Right? And she's told me that the party was the most ridiculous display of my ego.
Wow.
Crushed, right? And to this day, I know I was crushed because it was true.
Yeah.
It wasn't a party for her.
Yeah.
And when she called me on that, that's when I snapped. And I'm sorry, that was the only time you ever heard me snap. Come here, baby.
Thank God.
And listen, and I snapped in front of Willow. It was the only time in her childhood she ever saw me snap. And I saw her look, and Willow starts crying. And I was like, baby, I'm sorry. She's like, just figure it out. You guys, please just figure it out. Just figure it out. Right? And I was like...
And that was a display, that moment of like me having the courage to just say no.
No, yeah.
But now I had to have the courage to unravel it and just realizing this next 40, I gotta do it my way. This next half has to be directed by my picture for myself.
I have to say that when you guys were going through that transition, I was like, what the hell?
Right.
Because everything was just...
Changing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know there was a need for change.
There was so much that wasn't me that I was living.
Yeah.
So much inauthenticity. I do think that there are a lot more people living lives that aren't true.
Aren't true. That is
to
so
them
painful.
because of their fear. So I understand, and there's no judgment. I did it.
Right. And was some of that what you felt like you had to present yourself to the public?
I was much more conscious of public perception than Jada.
Yeah.
Right? There was an idea
I think I was trying to live up to an idea for him.
Right. I got some pictures. I was crying so hard after your birthday that my eyes would look so red. I took pictures of myself, and I was like, I want to remember this. That was a difficult one for me. When you stopped clapping when I did things in the exterior world that were great. Willow really broke it for me with Whip My Hair. In the middle of all the Whip My Hair stuff,
Which I have one great example in the last video where they talk about this, which I think is the best way to display just why the difference seemed so crazy. That you see, we're deep diving into this relationship right now, real easy too. You see how smooth this all makes sense without people cutting shit out of context and saying that they be doing some wild shit. I'm putting it all together for y'all right now, like literally. Sometimes people do the wildest things for the simplest reasons, and just to explain this difference beside the outside look of this perfect it couple and this broken home that you hearing about right now, right? I think this puts it in perspective easily. So take it away, Will.
Win, right? The Karate Kid, Whip My Hair, Hawthorne, and the Nobel Peace Prize. Our family did that within a 6-month period, right?
That's great.
Which is in fucking insane. Do you hear that amount of accomplishments? Hawthorne, that was Jada. Whip My Hair went crazy. A lot of y'all was around here when Whip My Hair happened.
For
It went dummy. That's Willow.
Everybody wanted colored hair.
The Nobel Peace Prize interview, Obama did one interview. It was with them. All within 6 months. That sounds amazing, don't it? But here's how it affected them.
Crazy. I didn't know that.
I was like, I'm parenting the hell out these kids. Like, we are killing it. She on Hawthorne. The only interview that Barack Obama did when he won the Nobel Peace Prize was me and Mommy.
Wow.
Right? Externally, our family was winning, right? And there was a period where Mommy woke up and cried 45 days straight. I started keeping a diary.
Damn. You missed some days.
It was every morning.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the worst I've ever felt in our marriage.
Wow.
I was failing miserably.
Mm-hmm.
But on the outside, I was winning. Like, I built a house and called the house Her Lake, right? And during that time, I remember saying, like, I built this house for you. I called it Her Lake. And she said, you built this house for you.
Yeah.
And I was like, what you talking about, Jada? But it was devastating for me to accept that I built the house for me.
Yep. Yeah.
Because in my mind, I was saying I was building it for her, but I wasn't.
Yep. Yeah.
I wanted this house.
Exactly.
I called it Her Lake as an ego cover,
Yeah.
right? And Jada was calling me on that,
Yep.
right? What I realized is I was building a picture.
Yep.
Yes.
I grew up in a household where I was scared and watched my father beat my mother up, right? So I was gonna build the complete opposite of that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Wonderland.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be happy all the time. Come on, Willow, let's play.
Yeah.
Right?
Even though I was saying no all the way.
Yeah.
Will, the house is too big. Will,
too
not
big,
this.
right?
No, Will, and he had a picture.
I had a picture, and I had a public perception
had the public
that I wanted
perception
to
that he
project of
executed.
our relationship,
There it
of the
is.
family, and what my kids are, and what my
There
wife
it
is,
is.
and what we are in the
Yeah.
world.
Did you ever feel like Jada was ungrateful?
Hell yeah.
Look at everything that I've done for you.
Yes.
Yes.
That was another
You
thing.
ungrateful.
But
Yeah.
that was the other thing because there were times I felt ungrateful. Because I was like, look at your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
How could you be so unhappy? I used to think I was crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually how I felt when I first got wind of your discontent. It wasn't
Yeah.
that I thought that you were ungrateful. I just didn't understand, like,
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
what could possibly be wrong?
But that's why I couldn't talk to
got
anyone. And that's
Exactly. And that's what everybody is thinking.
You're
I
dating.
think-
You're married to Will Smith. What could you be unhappy about?
That's the thing. Which I think Obsessed with YouTube put it the best right there. This is why you can't judge a book by its cover. What you see is not what's really going on. Just because you're getting something that you may want does not mean that that's right for the person who's getting it. You start to project your wants and needs on what you see on other people, and you're like, why would you not want that? Because I want that. But what you don't realize is that that's what you want. It's not about you in this situation. We're talking about their relationship. So for you to try and make them feel bad for feeling some type of way about what they're getting because of what you think about it makes no fucking sense. See what I mean? So now everybody's jumping out the window talking about what they're talking about when it comes to their relationship. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Jada's not is right in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Because we won't get to that. Like I said, we won't get to that or whatever the case is. However, the core of what's actually going on, I think a lot of people got that shit fucked up. Like y'all got it all kinds of mixed up. And the information is here. They've talked about it. And all of y'all is looking at this like the way that y'all go about relationships. It's like, oh, this toxic or whatever the case is. They may have gone through some shit, hell yeah. But they're obviously making an effort to fix it.
Hey.
Obviously. Jada's a smart woman. She know how she look right now. She does. She for sure does. If you haven't kept up, she's come out and talked about the slap already. She regrets that even happened. She knows she felt some type of way about that situation. Will has been going through everything that he's been going through. We've been talking about all that, and we're gonna get really into it in a second. And that boiled over for him because he knew that she wanted to go up there and slap him. So he went up and did it himself. Probably should have kept that in his mind though. That's the only misstep. I can count many actors and actresses in Hollywood that when they heard some of these comedy monologues to open up these award shows at their expense, they probably walked up there with a whole fucking Glock in their hand and blew their fucking brains out on that stage because you talking about me kind of crazy and you need to pay for this. But they know this is not the time and place nor the way to deal with this. This is like the basics of psychology. I can't remember the necessary right terms for real, but if I remember correctly, that part is the id in the brain. In the id, you be having the extreme versions of your feelings. You talked about me crazy, I'm wringing your fucking neck, literally, on some Homer choking the shit out of Bart type shit. You know what I mean? If I remember my psychology correct, but the rest of the brain is what brings in, the human experience into your brain, and you know that okay, that's not right, we can't do that, but it's not gonna stop you from thinking it though. It's not gonna stop you from feeling that. And in this situation, when we're going back to the slap, Will's id just took over. In a moment of weakness, his id took over. And he knows he messed up. He's accepting his punishments. But I'm gonna need y'all to understand the relationship completely before y'all start dragging it. Y'all love coming for Hollywood couples kind of crazy. In this sense, being that they put their whole shit out for y'all to understand, y'all shouldn't be doing it the way that y'all are for real.
But y'all also love having selective deafness. And y'all love to selectively act like when you can't comprehend this. Y'all have selective comprehension.
Facts.
Because a lot of the people that make these outlandish ass views that then people flock to and bandwagon on are some very educated people, and you know exactly what they're talking about, but because sheep flock, you know what people want to hear too. And you're doing that at the expense of somebody else. Mind you, you don't care because it's not you. But come on now.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, I really need to understand the full picture. But hey, that's tabloids, right? That's the tabloids. But over here, when it come to us, we gonna help bring you the full picture to y'all. We give our opinion, because before people see this and blow the fuck up, feeling some type of way, thinking that we don't know what the hell we talking about. This is opinions here, just the way we see the world. That's all it is. You see it different? Cool. Let's talk about it. don't mean we wrong though, and it doesn't mean that you're right or wrong either. Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk. Let's play the rest of this out real quick.
That's what everybody thought.
But Jada's an actress, but she had 2 babies, and she had to be home to raise her babies while I got to do everything I wanted to do.
Yep.
She was sacrificing herself to fit my picture.
Right.
Yeah.
But my life
Didn't
wasn't
really
really
change.
disrupted in the least, right? And I think that was if there were an individual most poisonous aspect of our relationship in the past, is I felt that money and winning made a good relationship.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're succeeding in the world. That means our relationship is good.
And I would say to him, I would go, Will, throw away everything that's happening in the outside world. Your career, everything. And it's just me and you on an island.
Damn.
What do we have?
And I was like, we have the island. We own the island.
You know what I mean?
And it was like, I so didn't comprehend that. So me and you on an island, what do we have? Not only did I not understand, I didn't care.
Right.
I was unaware of what it meant to truly connect with somebody.
I'd been trying to live up to an expectation for Will.
Yeah.
You
And
know-
you were trapped in a life that you didn't build,
That I didn't
you
build.
didn't want.
And that I didn't want, but that I had to come to the understanding that I allowed myself to have. You accepted all of that because of your fear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the truth.
Damn.
Fear of
Just fear of not wanting to rock the boat. I had kids, you know, and just wanting to, you know, because he's a force to
See?
be reckoned with.
It's exactly what we just been talking about. See what we talking about? You did understand the position that this girl was put in. It doesn't give her the right to act out the way that she's been acting out, and I think she knows that the way that she's been acting out hasn't been the move at all. But it happened.
At the same time, can't change the past, like you said, it happened.
Yeah, it happened.
You also, like we've been saying, look into the position that she was put in at
Yep.
a very young age. Like this was happening, and all this settled down and whatnot at an age where she wanted to be like wilding out for real. And that's fine. Because you're mid-20s. Let everybody else tell it that's what you're supposed to be doing. If you're going to wild out, now is the time. Because when you get older and you're doing it, motherfuckers going to be like, bitch, you grown. What the fuck?
Hell yeah, go take care of your children. What's wrong with you?
Right. But now you're not able to do all that. It's just like when you have I'm finna trigger myself a little. I'm finna trigger the both of us actually.
Oh shit! Come on,
It's
we here.
just
We
like
here. We put now. We party. Now we party.
It's just like, you know, you got older sibling syndrome. You feel me? You got an older sibling, whether you got one younger sibling, multiple younger siblings, whatever. Especially in you know, households of color, they feel like those are your kids. So while I'm working, the least you can do is literally take care of my children. How does that sound? Ridiculous, but it is what it is. So now we gonna say, when does this normally start? We're gonna say 12 at the youngest, yeah? Up until you're literally grown.
Yeah.
And now it was all this shit that you couldn't do in high school or couldn't do as much of, or every time you move, they gotta move just like that. Shout out to Ludacris. And like now we like early to mid 20s, acting like we in our fucking 30s, but also trying to wild out at the same time. But we natural homebodies because of you niggas. Now when we pop out, and it's a scene, it's a movie every time.
Right.
But like, I shouldn't have to do that. I shouldn't have to relearn how to be 23, 24, 25 because I wasn't able to do it when I was 18, 16, when I should have been able to be like, you know what, I'm finna go wild out till 3 a.m. and then come back like I don't have work in the morning and be cool. I can't do that shit now.
Right.
So imagine that, but it's not younger siblings. It's not, you know, too many responsibilities in a household as a child. You're an adult, technically, yes. And these aren't siblings, these are your children. You have no choice but to not necessarily put your life on pause, but put your life on pause in a way to take care of them and provide for them, and in a way grow up with them a little bit, because you're not grown all the way either.
Yeah. If anything, a lot of parents say it too, bro. When you have kids, it's a whole nother class, bro. It's a whole nother course. You're learning more about life when you have children as well. It's a whole nother journey, man. Like, for real. And that's part of the full context of what they've been through. But, people ain't really gonna talk about it. So they get to the point of this. Will's ego gets shattered, right? He gets a reality check. So, of course, when you break down a building, you gotta rebuild it. But, of course, unfortunately, Jada's already in a position of, self-awareness already. So that's where we can see, while he's trying to figure out how to be that husband to her, she already knows what kind of husband that she wants. So now, like you've been seeing when we talked about what Jada's been saying about how she was spending a lot of the time trying to fit Will's picture. Now that Will's picture's been shattered and he doesn't know what visual he wants to see, roles are reversed now.
And that's not, listen, in a way, I feel like this applies the best. And if you're not old, you probably don't know this saying. And if you're not country as hell, you also probably don't know this saying. But it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
And that's how we end up with situations like this.
You know, Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please.
I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Because she don't just.
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start roll. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch us stare at the red table because she's helped us a lot. Can't you tell?
You seeing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? She
That was very passive aggressive.
She got the power now, so you can have low moments like that. To where now she's manipulating. Because she never got the chance to do things her way, where she felt that she should be able to do it. Now, in the middle of Will trying to figure out how to be that best husband for her, she might take advantage and do shit like that. And that's where the problem comes in. There shouldn't necessarily be one person in control in the first place. Which,
Absolutely
even though
not.
Will wasn't necessarily trying to take control of everything, that was just his actual vision since childhood, for real. That been steering him since. And you honestly just came along for the ride, being that you ended up being his wife, which it's bad on his part, being that y'all never sat down to figure out what your future is going to be together, instead of just what you believe the future should hold for your family. Because it's not just you and the family, it's you, it's Jada, it's Jaden, it's Willow, you know what I'm saying, it's Trey, it's Jada's mom, because I don't remember her name. It's all of these people that's part of this. It has to be the cumulative, because I can't say that word correctly, but you get my point. It has to be everybody's consensus as to where they believe us as a unit should move, being that everybody contributes to it and not just you. That's just it. It's just it. You had to sit down and realize that you gotta stay this boat together.
Like as much as that sounds like just this hard knock conversation, it's
Right.
really not. It's
Not at
something
all.
that you should have extremely early,
Yeah.
especially before you get married.
For sure. For sure.
Like, this is a conversation y'all should be having before y'all even start having sex, like for real. But
Yeah, because
who am I?
that introduces a next level for real. So that's all this is, honestly. When it comes to the Smith family, it excelled at a pace that Jada wasn't necessarily ready for. Shit, both Jada and Will wasn't necessarily ready for, because they didn't sit down and have the hard conversations that they needed to have, and being able to steer their relationship and their cohesive life together in, pretty much. You gotta sit down and have those conversations, man. Sometimes those conversations may turn into hard ones or maybe even slight arguments, but they need to be had, because if you don't know where the both of y'all are going, you end up being directionless, like Jada was in the beginning of this marriage. And maybe even get pushed to a situation like what they kind of currently are in, to where someone like Will is broken because he don't know where he going. And now that Jada is standing up now, she'll fuck around and manipulate in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly think this is just straight like that. Mind you, it's what I think, motherfuckers. You hear me? It's what I think. It's what we think.
What we think.
For people calling
The
us on it.
podcast.
Y'all don't know
Literally
nothing
come in
about
here.
relationships. What do
We
you
literally
do?
come in here and say our thoughts. The whole
Facts.
basis of the podcast.
When niggas come in and say, well, what do you know about relationships? Obviously, you weren't in a real long relationship. You never been married. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not a relationship expert. I know, nigga. What? You kidding me?
You know, and just like you're saying, I don't know these things. You don't know what I know. Nigga.
Shit, that's a fact. Alright. This is just what we think. If you agree,
And I'm not gonna
cool.
tell you what I know either, because I almost aired myself out just now. Anyway.
Ooh. But yeah, man, this is just what we think. This is the way we observe it. This is the way that we took in all this information. First and foremost, I hope y'all have the information first and foremost, because it didn't seem like a lot of people who's been talking about it has the full story anyway. Because you know,
Y'all
you take
love
the
to
clips
do
and run
that.
with it.
Y'all love to do that.
Which, like I said, if you're watching this situation after the fact, the links to the full episodes and videos that we've watched and dissected throughout this pod is going to be in the description the moment I have access to YouTube Studio. So
PlayStation Network is down too, and it's
Is it?
annoying me. So
is it?
Yes, bro.
That's crazy.
Like, even if I was going to stream today, fuck no. Like, I
That's
can't even, I signed
wild.
back in because I thought it was just my account, or like signed
Right.
out because I thought it was just my account, and I was gonna be able to
Uh-huh.
sign back in. It's just been down for like 3 hours, and I didn't even fucking notice.
That's crazy. I'm glad I went and got my Apex clips that I was getting beforehand then, and if that's the case, because that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And I got some good clips too. Excuse me. Coming out real soon, y'all. Coming out real soon. I gotta edit. But W, come back.
Indeed.
W pod. That's really what we've been holding on our chest for a little bit. This episode's a little longer than usual. We hit the 2-hour mark. I don't think we've done this in a little bit.
No,
But,
we
hey.
did a 2 hour in a minute, bro.
But hey, that's what happens, man. We got 2 weeks of shit to get over, and 2 big topics too. Especially that the Will and Jada thing, because I really thought, I really think till this day, y'all got their whole situation fucked up.
Completely misunderstood.
But I put y'all on game. We put y'all on game today, okay? And yeah, man. That's episode 17. Twin, what you got coming up that you want to talk to the people about?
Tomorrow, because like I said, today it's not happening. PlayStation wasn't gonna let it happen, so it's not gonna happen. Tomorrow we are back with some more Beyond Two Souls. That is our next gameplay in the Quantic Dream trilogy, because it's fuck Heavy Rain. Respectfully, it's not happening. So sorry. I always said I was gonna be the type of content creator that would finish my playthroughs. If the universe don't want to let it happen, it's not gonna happen. And Heavy Rain didn't want to get finished, so it's not gonna get finished. Now, when we're done with Beyond Two Souls, I'm gonna give y'all some more squad playthroughs. We gonna hop back on some things with Twin. And I also got a little fun game that, you know, y'all are gonna see. And then after that, for real, that should probably take us to our 2nd annual community event. And if you don't know what I mean, I'm talking about the Fridge's 4th of July Spectacular. If you don't know, ask. And if they don't know, that means you don't have good friends because neither one of you were there. But if you do want to be there, you can hit the link tree below. You can get everything, including the new merch that just came out. Fresh out the Christmas drawer.
It's nice, y'all. It's pretty clean. Ain't gonna hold y'all.
We got new merch designs. We done added some stickers on there. Like I said, y'all might get the merch before I get my samples. So get into
telling
it.
you, the only reason I ain't got none is because all I got is these 2 imaginary pennies that I'm rubbing together. So besides that, the moment I do, I already know.
Summer content coming for y'all before we take this hiatus, and even then, it's not a hiatus. I'm moving, so
yeah. She moving across the country.
Across the country, bro. I'm being a whole nother time zone. But once we're there, we will be back. And like I said, if me and my management team, me and my social media team get these things together, we might have some help from some big bodies to get us some better cooking content. But with that being said, what you got?
I mean, tomorrow, which is good because I almost forgot to talk to you about it, Twin. I don't know if you're busy tomorrow, but tomorrow, me and the homie Sean MP3 are doing a drinking game tomorrow for stream, probably on the later side. I don't know if you trying to be part, Twin. Come through.
I'm always trying to be part of drinking with the homies. I have moonshine sitting on my dresser, and I need to get
it's gonna be a vibe because we got Light Fury coming through too. She's gonna be doing it with us too. So it's definitely gonna be a vibe. We're gonna be doing that tomorrow. I think we're gonna do that on the second half of the stream. If anything, what I might do is we could probably, I don't know, play a game with the homies and shit like that and lead it into the drinking game. Maybe that'll be the vibes for real. We'll see. We'll talk. We'll see what happens because we probably gonna be in VC after this anyway, so we'll get all the details out and whatnot. So that's what's going on Wednesday. As far as Saturday is concerned, we continuing Breath of the Wild. Yes, we finally brought it back. The comeback of the Switch games is here. Okay, we're doing that on Saturday. There's a good chance that Friday night, y'all might be hit with a little low-key chill, CAS, the cast, Create a Sim. That's what I'm talking about, because we got to put shit together for season 2 of The Sims. People been waiting in the game room for this one, because Frankie Phone them had y'all on fire. So,
bro, if you haven't been to said Sim playthroughs, bro, you are missing.
Which is cool because it's all right. Because I do plan on getting season 2 here on YouTube on Cedric the Gamer, youtube.com/Cedric the Gamer. So if you ain't subscribed over there, hit the link tree like Twin said before. Get yourself over there. Get you some pre-release seats. You know what I mean? For when them joints dropping, because we really trying to get the content together. So we gonna probably be doing some, little Game Room After Dark vibe streams, just building you guys, some of the people in the community that asked to be in this season 2, and we're gonna get that together and we gonna see where we go from there. So that's really some of the stuff that we got on the docket for real, as well as getting games finished. We still got to finish Mafia 3. We got Watch Dogs Legion. We got Breath of the Wild, like we said, the Borderlands series, which we'll be continuing on Monday, that we're gonna be doing. We're trying to play through Borderlands 1 because we want to have the homies come through for a squad gameplay of the Handsome Jack collection, which is going to be Borderlands 2, Borderlands the pre-sequel, as well as we got some of the homies who's gonna be doing Borderlands 3. So the rest of Borderlands really is gonna be a squad playthrough besides the Telltale series. So we're playing all the games, that's including the Telltale series. So you like Telltale and you enjoying Borderlands, I'd be there for that one. So a lot of stuff on the docket, man. A lot of stuff on the docket. And if you've been paying attention, we slowly starting to get content out on other platforms. Just dropped a TikTok not that long ago. You know what I'm saying? Got some Apex clips that I literally just got today, which I didn't expect to catch. But boy, you know I'm gonna have to edit them joints and drop some for y'all. So watch out for them joints for sure. I'm probably editing at the top of the day tomorrow before stream. We gonna get in this fucking bag with this content shit, cause fuck it, we ball. Anyway, like I said before, hit both the link trees in the description so all of this beautiful content that you're hearing about you don't miss out on, or you can catch up on if you're watching this after the fact. Follow us everywhere. We're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, myself specifically, TikTok, all that good stuff. You don't want to miss it. We're on our glow up arc. Do you hear me? We are on our glow up arc, so you want to be here for it.
You want to be there, so that way you're not left behind.
Because when it's up, it's stuck. Braincast episode 17.
It's stuck and it's always up.
I'm saying. Episode 17, y'all, the Braincast. Smart asses are smart mouths. We don't see you in the VC. We'll holler y'all next episode. Y'all have a good night. And we is out.
Peace.